Welcome back to the Beginner's Guide. I'm Tygus, this is my wife Erin.
Hey guys!
And we are playing the chapter, The Machine.
With the guard!
Dude, what's wrong with your face? It's square.
Ma'am, glad to see you have arrived safely. We've captured the machine, it's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like.
I intend to be quiet. Whisper machine quiet.
Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Oh.
Hi.
Hello, press.
What will you do with it? Do you know where the poisonous something has come from? How did you capture it? Do you know where the poisonous games have come from? What are your next actions? What will be done with the machines?
At least they don't follow us.
I'm gonna interrogate this.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Your work was keeping us alive. We have one, those people out there. Can you imagine what pain you put them through? 2, it was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. 3, how could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people you allowed them to suffer, and I've been so alone. What have we been doing with the machine? So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people out there and apologize to them. No, nothing? Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. And I have seen the thing you fear.
3.
I have seen the thing you fear. Alright, I will speak to them for you. It's a freaking machine. It can't even talk to us. It changed.
Hello.
My followers and my friends.
2.
My friends! It falls on me to deliver bad news or I have a troubling revelation.
Either or.
It falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize or it refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. The machine will not apologize to us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. 1. This is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Let us show it that we are not failures and let us pay it retribution.
2.
Let us show it we are not failures. Follow me, we'll destroy the machine, or follow me, we'll destroy everything that the machine has created.
Oh. I don't know. They're both equally destructive. You vote.
Follow me, we'll destroy everything the machine created. Look at our terrible, terrible city. It looks awful. It literally looks awful. Oh. Whoa.
Ooh.
This is cool. The curtains.
We're at the theater. Oh.
Alright. Are you ready to destroy the theater? We will destroy everything the machine has created using this gun.
Interesting.
We have to destroy the world. The machine gave us this beautiful opera house, and it shall not exist any longer. What's happening?
It has options.
Oh, Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here. Coda, I'll make sure you're known forever.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive.
I'll make sure you're
And I'll tell
known
you,
forever.
At the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Whoa. We are literally destroying everything that he has ever created.
That's so sad.
And we are...
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
But... put down your weapon.
Is that the machine talking to us?
Yep.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
That was an interesting way of describing it. He did it for himself, not for his friend.
Yep.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
June 2011, The Tower. And this is where we learn... Alright. Orange wall.
He has such lovely floors.
Those are nice floors.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
It is very dark.
This room actually has a maze in it.
There's also a light source up there. Ow.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
That light is very eerie. This world looks very dismal.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Alright, that would have been, I guess I should have waited for it.
Eh.
1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. Is that it?
Yep.
Oh my. Oh my.
To freedom!
Not quite.
Darn.
Because we learn what's Coda's really...
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do
You can't fix other people.
But it's not the other people that
that.
need
Was
to
I
be
a
fixed.
failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011, I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Good thing you can't
I
fall off
asked
the
him
edge.
so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean,
What
and
dots?
he wouldn't.
Maybe it's these. I don't know. Or it's something we haven't seen yet.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me.
It's never a
But he
healthy
stopped
state of mind.
and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Because you can't be someone else. You have to be comfortable with yourself. Because you'll never succeed if you're not comfortable with your being in your own skin and your own life and
Where did I screw
who
up?
you are, your personality. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my
I
games.
am the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I?
I need to ask you not to speak
It's
to me
because of
anymore.
what I did. I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You've infected my personal space.
And
That it's
the
possible I
people
did
who
begin to
played
plant
them,
solutions in my work somewhere.
they
in video
treated me
games.
like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say.
If there's an
even though I
answer or
was showing
meaning,
your
would it make you
work, it was-
happier?
I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
This is, would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes, giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. He's responsible for the lampposts, not the creator. Would you
And then you
simply let
stopped.
them be what they
And
are?
I didn't have anything left to show people.
When I'm around
just
you,
had
I
to
feel
be
physically
with
ill.
myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all.
You desperately need something, and I
Nothing.
cannot give it to you.
Less
I
than
literally do not have it.
What does that mean?
Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. The fact you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me.
That's true. Projecting issues.
I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and you make peace with the thing that you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Whoa.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again?
But that you didn't solve.
I need to feel okay with myself.
You're not sincere,
again.
yeah.
I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me?
Yes.
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like,
Yep.
I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Not stealing other people's work would probably be a good start.
Yeah. Because he's re-releasing it against his wishes, so in hopes he comes back to him. He's just gonna say, you haven't dealt with your issues. You're still crazy. Why would I have any reason to talk to you again? It just reinforces that the core problem has not gone away. Also, this is a very beautiful place.
Lovely architectural detailing.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Ooh.
Never-ending train car?
So he wants everyone to tell him he's wonderful. He doesn't feel wonderful. He hates himself.
Solution.
And he doesn't know how to find that wholeness because he's not ready to admit either his faults.
If someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Yeah, that was jumping the shark a bit.
Likes making prisons.
What is the point of that upstairs? That's second floor ledge. You can't get to it.
Well, you can't find happiness through another person.
No.
That's the thing you have to do yourself.
The disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
But you're only as shitty as you make yourself shitty. Like, as a person. Like, if you aren't prepared to deal, it's not that easy, but I mean, if you're not at a point where you're prepared to deal with your problems in a meaningful way, there's no one else that can make you a good person, because only you can make yourself a good person. In your mind. Doesn't mean you're not a good person, it just means that in your mind, however you perceive yourself, only you can make a distinction. No one else can say, oh, you're a good person, and you can feel better.
Yeah.
We've entered the void. Oh. And And I mean, until you're happy with yourself, there is no one in the world that can make you happier or happy, because that happiness still has to come from within yourself.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be?
And there are people who do.
It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
There are people who do rely on external validation to the point, to a fault, where they become so reliant on it, they can't be happy because they're desperately clinging for it. Even when they do get validation, it's never enough. They want more, or they want something at a higher degree.
But that's also when you're doing something for someone else. That's why, like, a lot of artists and stuff, you have to do things
for
like your own
themselves.
personal projects.
I'm
True.
sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Okay.
I think it's starting to click for him. For Fiction Davey. These doors. Where are we going?
Magical places.
I could live here.
Little barren. Plant some trees.
Yeah, but like, got the ocean, possibly. Alright, what do we have down here?
The end.
The end is the beginning is the end. Climb! Climb!
Are we trapped?
No, it's rising.
Oh. So it is.
Let's get out. I don't know if it keeps going. Oh, no, it doesn't. I wasn't sure if it would keep going.
Oh.
And we're back. Oh, no, it's new.
Just looks similar.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there are people, and when you get them in a position where they need so much external validation that they can't find themselves, then they're so vulnerable too, because everyone else can manipulate them, and they just feel this void inside for forever and ever and ever. And you see how with some rich or I don't say people in leadership, but people where they've depended on that validation so much that they need people to tell them that they're wonderful. Like, well, and some celebrities too, right? Like, I need you to tell me I'm awesome, or my life is meaningless. I hate my life. I hate myself because no one's telling me I'm great.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is why a lot of people get into trouble, because as soon as that stem of validation ends, then they have nothing, because they haven't been cultivating the stuff that would make them intrinsically happy.
Right.
Maze.
That's a beautiful sky. Holy crap. We're rising. Oh, I see a galaxy.
I like galaxies. Good lord.
This is like his mind. Like, he's stuck in this labyrinth. He can't get out. And all you have to do is go up, I guess. Because I see there is no exit to this thing. It's infinite. You could run for the rest of all of your life, and you'd never get out unless you found a way to get above it. So, I love the meaning. And it's true. Like, we saw that with people like Charlie Sheen. You know, and then you lose whatever you've built for yourself. and for R, and then you're just like desperately trying to get attention. Like, if I do this, maybe people will pay attention. If I do that, that's not working. I need to be more outrageous. I need to be crazy. I need to do something so that people pay attention to me. And again, I love Helena Heron's voice. She has awesome music. I love this album.
And you're so tired.
That is an awesome game, though.
Know that you're strong.
So chill.
So
Right.
turn back.
They're from Toronto. But yeah, I mean, it's until people find a way to elevate themselves out of that void, they're never going to be happy.
Yeah.
So, that was an awesome game. I don't know what we're going to replace it with for this particular type of storytelling genre, because we just went through a few that were like this, but I don't have or know of really any others right now. I'm sure there's more, but that is awesome.
We'll find something.
Yeah, I love narratives that are meaningful to life and the struggles people go with, either emotionally, intellectually, socially, like anything like that. It's wonderful, and helps you stay connected to other people's plights, or even your own. You know, if you're going through something and you find a story that reflects it, it might help you find some answers internally, or it'll help you understand someone else is going through it.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing in the writing community too, why there's such a push for diversity. And you get more stories about more types of people. And then,
And more people are going through difficult times. And whatever that may be, you know, whether it's abuse or it's self-inflicted abuse, like it could be anything. There's a lot of diversity in the world in terms of the ways people can torment themselves or each other.
I think it's easier to kind of go through these things and understand them when you see it in art, because then there's still a certain level of distance. So you can process all the things, but it's not as personal as going through it yourself, but you're still working through all of that.
And you can still understand it, and almost if it's written well enough or if it's displayed well enough, you can be part of it. You can feel it as though you're experiencing it, but you're not actually taking it home with you at the end of the day. Or rather, you're not taking it with you into your life when you're done playing or reading.
Yeah.
So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give us a like, a subscribe, and a comment, and thanks for watching.
Bye.